Welcome to the Centralia College pregame show. At Centralia College, you can master a trade, earn a degree, or compete at the next level in one of 6 sports, including esports. Trades training, associate degrees, bachelor's degrees, affordable tuition. Visit centralia.edu and blaze your trail at Centralia College.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Tacoma Community College, where we're getting things set for our first of 6 WIA regional basketball games. This one, a loser-out game in the 2A boys tournament as the RA Long Lumberjacks take on the Bremerton Knights. You're watching the Centralia College pregame show brought to you by the Welding Training Program. Trade jobs are in high demand, especially for welders. So if you are interested in the high-paying career of a welder, visit centralia.edu and blaze your trail at Centralia College. Hello, everyone. I am Matthew King. Thanks for spending your Saturday morning with us. Again, 6 games from TCC here today. Most of them will be loser-out matchups like this one. R.A. Long has had a tremendous run as of late in recent years with their boys basketball program. They're a team who has been at state year in, year out. A couple years ago, were looked at as potentially the favorite to win the state title. They've dropped down a little bit this year, but it shows you how much of a program has been built. That R.A. Long is still back here in regionals. And of their 7 losses, only 2 of them have really been ugly losses. Those were the blowout losses to their rivals, Mark Morris. Every other game, they have been right in the entire time. They had a nice run in the district tournament after losing to WF West to open up the district tournament. They'd bounce back with wins over Black Hills, then a little bit of an upset over Ridgefield to get to this point, get themselves a spot in the regional round. For the Bremerton Knights, you can say the same thing. They've been in a lot of their 6 losses this season, except for the 2 blowouts against North Kitsap. Other than that, they have been very strong. However, they're on the opposite end of the spectrum, where they're coming in losers of 3 of their last 4 losses to Port Angeles, Renton, and Sammamish, with a win over White River mixed in. So for the Knights, they got to get back to their winning ways. Had to figure out a way to get back to how they were playing basketball in December. The offense was humming right along during that stretch. The offense still hasn't been the issue. They've just had trouble slowing down opponents when it comes to scoring the basketball. For R.A. Long, that's kind of been their issue all season long, is how do they score points? Where do their points come from? They're going to have to figure things out to how to score on this Knight defense here today. The winner of this one does advance to the Yakima Valley Sundome on Wednesday, where for R.A. Long fans, a little bit more of an intriguing matchup. If they win, they will take on the Mark Morris Monarchs, the Crosstown Longview rivalry matchup. Of course, Bremerton would love another shot at North Kitsap. They'd have some work to do first after we saw North Kitsap knock off Mark Morris last night. So some very intriguing matchups lie in wait for whoever wins this one, as R.A. Long would love to get one last crack at the Mark Morris Monarchs Civil War Round 3 here in the 2023-2024 season. Don't forget to be following along on Twitter at YourESN live scoring updates, plus a look ahead at our upcoming broadcast schedule. We got a ton of action going on today. We'll have all the state tournament action going on next week as well. The 1B and 2B state tournaments over in Spokane, the 1A and 2A in Yakima, that's where I'll be, and the 3A, 4A at the Tacoma Dome, every single state game broadcast streamed on the Eli and NFHS Sports Networks. It's the best time of year to be a high school sports fan. So make sure you are subscribing now and following along. Check out the website as well, elisportsnetwork.com. Today we got crews at WF West High School. We got crews at Tumwater High School. We got crews at Bellevue Community College, as well as up at Mount Vernon, and all the other locations are also being streamed on the NFHS network. All right, we're going to go ahead and step aside. When we come back, we'll meet the starting 5s for both these teams, get things set for tip-off. The Lumberjacks and the Knights coming up here on the Eli and NFHS Sports Networks.
We love our hometown teams. With unprecedented plays, nail-biting moments, and intense atmosphere, local athletes bring the community together. To honor these athletes, Eli Sports will be naming a Taking It to the House play of the game. Stay tuned after the broadcast to see who takes it home.
Spin Tees Screen Print and Graphics on Olympia gives you the very best printing and embroidery, perfect for teams, schools, companies, or special events. Get excellent quality, custom designs, quick turnaround, and low pricing. Count on Spin Tees for quality brands like Port Authority, Sport Tech, and District Threads. For easy ordering and results you'll love, go to spinteeprints.com or check them out on Facebook.
At Tyler Rental, quality equipment and helpful counter pros save you costly delays. For projects big and small, Tyler has Genie man lifts and forklifts, Deere excavators, welders, and generators, plus new tools from Steel, Milwaukee, and Hilti. While you're in the store, shop for hard hats, safety glasses, gloves, hearing protection, and much more. Contractors and homeowners depend on Tyler Rental for selection and well-maintained equipment to avoid downtime. Tyler Rental, 153 Hamilton Road, south of Chehalis.
Proactive Physical Therapy in Tumwater, Olympia, and Lacey has made a huge name in training young athletes. But Proactive is much more than that and caters to all individuals coming back from any type of injury. If you have injured yourself and you need to get back in the game or simple day-to-day life activities, call Proactive Physical Therapy today for an appointment and start your way back to feeling good. Proactive Physical Therapy accepts all insurance, car insurance, workers' comp, Medicare, and VA. You owe it to yourself to feel good and productive. So contact Proactive Physical Therapy in Tumwater, Olympia, and Lacey.
I think it's time to put my money to work.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Giza has a lot of ways to help your money grow.
Oh, great.
Find a healthier approach to money at Giza.
Welcome back to Tacoma Community College, our first of 6 regional basketball games about to tip off as the Bremerton Knights and the R.A. Long Lumberjacks set to kick off an exciting day of basketball. Run through the entire schedule. After this one, we'll have 1B girls. Both teams headed to state. It'll be Elmira Cooley Heartline taking on Cross Point. Then we will head to the 2A girls, a loser out game. West Valley will do battle with Port Angeles. Then we'll head to the 1A boys, Royal against Annie Wright. Again, both those teams will be going on to state regardless of the outcome. Then we'll have a 4A girls matchup. West Valley of Yakima this time will do battle with Bellarmine. And then we'll end the night with 3A girls, Roosevelt against Lincoln, and a loser out matchup. A ton of exciting action to come here in Tacoma, all leading in to the start of the state tournaments on Wednesday. 4 action-packed days, nonstop high school basketball around the clock. It is going to be a ton of fun. Make sure you're following along and you're already subscribed to the Eli and NFHS Sports Networks. Last night we got things started with a 1B girls matchup where the defending state champions Nia Bay got the win over Curlew. And then we had a 2A boys matchup. North Kitsap was able to use a big fourth quarter to pull away and earn the win over Mark Morris. Those two teams, all 4 of those teams, I should say, are already headed to state. We didn't have a loser-out matchup. This is the first loser-out matchup here from TCC today. All right, let's meet the starting 5 for both these teams. We'll start with the R.A. Long Lumberjacks, who it looks like will be the home team here today, or excuse me, the visiting team here today. They're starting 5, number 061 senior Lonnie Brown Jr., number 1 6-foot junior Peyton Thill, number 3 5'9" senior Abel Million, number 23 the 6-foot sophomore Landon Irwin, and number 34 6'9" sophomore Rhett Young. The Lumberjacks are coached by Jure Key, assisted by Jamond Harris, Stephen Rookledge, Raleigh Wallace, and Connor Wallace. Now the home team today, Bremerton. They will be in their white with the blue numbers. They'll be number 1 6'2" senior shooting guard Dion Sellers, number 2 5'10" senior point guard Trenton Bulmer, number 4 6'2" junior forward Dolan Anderson, number 21 6'3" junior center Frank Allen, and number 35 5'10" senior forward Oliver Christian. The Knights are coached by Jeremiah Davis, assisted by Joseph Wilson and Grant Wheeler, as well as Marvin Lewis. Winner of this one to take on the Mark Morris Monarchs on Wednesday and the first day of the state tournament. The from the Dome, I should say. This technically is a state matchup, but the loser, unfortunately, will move on to spring sports. This is going to be an action-packed game. A lot of emotions come out when your season is on the line for RA Long. It's been something they've been facing their last 2 games. Bremerton, they are just trying to flush their couple of losses in a row, 3 of their last 4, and get that momentum back in their favor. Heading over to Yakima. They got to get this one if they want to get to the Sun Dome. Tremendous introductions here at TCC, as we always see. The light show, the music, it is always a great way to get the blood pumping, get everyone energized. It's an early morning. A lot of these fans had to make the trip from RA Long. I was a little bit further than the trip I had to make from Chehalis, so going to take a little bit for maybe these fans to wake up. Hopefully that light show and the introductions did it. Teams taking the floor. Bremerton going to huddle up as a team before this one gets going. RA Long will be in their red with the white numbers. Bremerton in the white jerseys with the blue numbers here this morning. Our first of 6 games about to get underway. Rhett Young will jump for RA Long, and it looks like it'll be Frank Allen for Bremerton. Oh, excuse me, we're going to step aside for the national anthem before we get this one going. We'll step aside, be back with tip-off next.
Point S Centralia OK Tire is a proud sponsor of high school sports and wishes all teams good luck during the postseason. With the playoffs starting, that means the weather is changing, and that means tough driving conditions with ice, rain, and snow. Point S Centralia OK Tire invites you to stop by and have your vehicle checked so you're ready for winter driving. Studded snow tires, studless snow tires, and tire chains are in stock and ready to put on whatever you drive, and with a warranty good at over 200 locations. Point S Centralia OK Tire, 1741 Harrison Avenue in Centralia.
Pacific Mobile Structures are big supporters of kids and athletics. If you are in need...
Going back to TCC, did the Pledge of Allegiance, and now we're ready for tip-off. Now it will be Rhett Young and Frank Allen doing the jumping duties for their respective squads. Again, RA Long in the red with the white numbers and the white with the blue numbers. The Bremerton Knights, winner to state, loser out. Here we go from Tacoma. Opening tip controlled by Bremerton, and we are off and rolling. Deion Sellers gets this one inside. Nice move there, but a travel called on Jalen Davis. So, turnover on the first possession of the game. It's going to be RA Long basketball for the first time now. A little bit of a press here from Bremerton to open things up. Still gets this one up to Abel Million. Now it's swung over. Lonnie Brown Jr. Bounce pass back to Phil. Call out the play. Swings over to Million. Abel bounce pass to Lonnie Brown. Good ball movement here from the Lumberjacks. Have not been able to get that ball inside yet. Lonnie Brown Jr., very good three-point shooter. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Phil drives, kicks this one out. 3 ball from Landon Irwin is good. And R.A. Long has the first points of this one. Again, one thing we do have to mention is the 3 3-point lines. It's the closest one to the basket is the high school 3-point line. Been throwing off some of these teams here this weekend. That pass was tipped out of play. It'll stay with the Knights. 18 on the shot clock. Trenton Bulmer will inbound this one for Bremerton. Young Bremerton squad gets it in. Jalen Davis going to take that jumper. That one off. And R.A. Long secured that board, but standing out of bounds when he grabbed it was Irwin, so it will go back to Bremerton. Looked like Frank Allen might have gone over the back there, and R.A. Long was wanting the call but didn't get it. Sellers inbounds this one over the top to Bulmer. Bounce pass now, Jalen Davis. Floater from the free throw line. That one's good. And there's the first points for the Knights. 3-2. The early lead for the Lumberjacks. Lonnie Brown Jr. bounce pass to Irwin in the corner. We got a whistle away from the ball. Called on, I believe, Oliver Christian. That'll be the first foul of the ball game. Called on the Knights.
Oliver Christian, his first team's first.
Rhett Young to inbound. He's got that height so he can see over everybody. Abel Million bounce pass Lonnie Brown Jr. for three. That one in and out. Rhett Young almost got the tip back. But heading the other way now is Sellers. Dion attacks, dishes to Bulmer, and Bulmer stepped on the sideline, gives the ball right back to R.A. Long. Couple of turnovers here in the opening minutes for Bremerton. Again, they're going with that soft press. Million will run the show here. Bounce pass Phil right back up top to Abel. Abel bounce pass inside to Irwin at the free throw line. Irwin kicks out to Lonnie Brown Jr. They want to get that ball into Rhett Young, have not been able to. 8 on the shot clock now. Lonnie Brown's got it up top. Gives this one to Abel Million. He'll drive. Had that ball tapped loose, but we're going to have a foul called there on Bremerton. They get Davis. First on Jalen Davis, second team foul. And that resets the shot clock for the Lumberjacks. Phil to inbound this time. Gets it into Abel Million for three. That one off the side of the rim, no good. Heading the other way with the board is Dion Sellers. Sellers keeping his head up. Bounce pass inside. Great feed. A nice finish plus the foul for Frank Allen. And the Knights have their first lead of the game. And that one's called on Rhett Young. His first foul on R.A. Long, and a chance for Allen to complete the three-point play. Free throw up. And it is good, and Bremerton's got a 2-point advantage. So Frank Allen gets the three the old-fashioned way. Million lost his dribble, bounces it to Phil. Right back to Abel Million. He'll try to get inside. Didn't like what he saw. Swing it back over to Lonnie Brown Jr. 10 on the shot clock. Lonnie gets it inside. Rhett Young puts that one up off the glass and in. First points for Young, and we're even at 5. Sellers quickly the other way. Good hustle by Lonnie Brown Jr. to deny the quick drive, and then Lonnie tipped that one, and it's going to be a steal for the Lumberjacks as Irwin reels it in. The other way, Lonnie Brown Jr. transition three. That one doesn't fall. Ball tipped around. Irwin trying to save it, but stepped out of bounds as he did so, and it'll be Bremerton basketball. Seeing some teams get off to slow starts shooting the basketball. Attacking inside, Bulmer throws one up. He's fouled, though. And Trenton Bulmer will go to the line for two. This time it's on Landon Irwin, his first. The second on the Lumberjacks. First free throw for Bulmer. Up, and it does go. Tremaine Jenkins checks in for the first time for R.A. Long. Had some strength down low, Tremaine Jenkins. If you watched him play, he plays as physical as anyone. Second free throw also good for Bulmer. Free throw shooting pretty strong for the Knights to start this one. 3 for 3. They've got a 2-point lead. Irwin gets this one up top to Phil as they reset. Back to Irwin. Lonnie Brown Jr. trying to get this one inside to Rhett Young. He does. Right back to Lonnie. Now driving inside. Irwin dishes it to Young. Great feed underneath the basket, and he shuffled those feet. It's a travel, and it's Bremerton basketball. Tough spot there for Young. Got too far underneath the basket. Couldn't just put one up. Had to adjust his body. Just shuffled those feet as he did so. Bulmer running point here for the Knights. Little double screen trying to get Davis the ball. He's got it. The jumper no good, but he's fouled, and he'll shoot two. A foul on a jump shot there. That's on Peyton Thill, his first, team's third, and Jalen Davis to the free throw line for the first time. First one for Jalen. And that one is good. Bounced around the rim before dropping. Second free throw here for Davis. That one is also good. trapped here, needing some help is Thill. Just got rid of it. And R.A. Long did get the timeout called. Coach Key was begging for the timeout. Got it. It's just a 30, so we will keep it right here. 4:04 to play here in the first quarter. 9-5 Bremerton. It's been the free throw shooting for the Knights. 5 for 5 from the line here in the opening quarter. They are starting to attack the basket because they trust that free throw shooting. Get to the line, knock down those free throws, and build up this lead. Meanwhile, R.A. Long really wants to get the ball inside to Rhett Young, but Bremerton doing a great job of taking him away, making R.A. Long settle for those outside jumpers. If any of these Jacks can get going, though, that's a scary thought for the Knights. Lonnie Brown Jr. inbounds to Phil, and we're back underway. Lonnie thought about a deep three. Gets this one to Young at the elbow. Now swings it to Irwin. Irwin did hit a three already for R.A. Long. Phil right back to Irwin. 6 on the shot clock. Jenkins takes the three. That one doesn't go. The board and quick pass from Sellers up to Jalen Davis. Davis going to attack. Puts one up off the glass. No good. But Jalen Davis will head to the line for 2. This one also on Phil. His second. Team's 4th already for R.A. Long. Two free throws for Davis. Ready to tell he's the guy Bremerton wants to get the ball to. First free throw does not go, and there's their first miss from the line here this morning. Jalen Davis, just a freshman. He missed them both this time. So he's just talking about the successful free throw shooting. This time they come up empty. Lonnie Brown Jr. 3 on the other end, and he got it. Quick strike for R.A. Long there, and Lonnie Brown into the score sheet. 9-8 Bremerton with the lead. 3:24 left here in the first quarter. Sellers dishes this one to Davis. He will reset, set up the half-court offense. Jalen Davis, strong pass over to Oliver Christian. Hands it back to Sellers. 10 on the shot clock for Bremerton. Frank Allen gives this one to Bulmer. The floater on the run. No good. Good defense for R.A. Long. Rebound for Jenkins. The Lumberjacks going to try and go quick. Bremerton's already ready for it, though, so R.A. Long will slow down. Great hustle to get back on defense for the Knights. Phil calls out the play. Gets to Jenkins at the elbow. Wanted to get that one to Young. It wasn't open. Went off of his foot, but right to Lonnie Brown Jr. Jenkins in the corner. He'll drive. 10 on the shot clock. Baseline. He's trapped. Floats it out. Phil just saves it. 6 seconds. Phil swings this one over. Irwin steps into a three. That one's good, and R.A. Long back out in front. Landon Irwin, his second three of the game. It's a 2-point lead for the Lumberjacks. Bulmer guarded by Irwin now. Bulmer kind of lost that one on the drive. Hands it off. Jalen Davis will try and find some space. He'll drive now. Floats one up. That one no good. Jenkins the board. Here come the Lumberjacks the other way. Lob up to Irwin. And a whistle. And an official timeout. The shot clock didn't reset. And they're going to put 25 seconds on the shot clock. Shot clock right now reads 4, which is obviously not right. And subs will come in for both sides. Jeffrey Rookledge for R.A. Long. Enoch Taylor, as well as Dolan Anderson for Bremerton. First time we've seen the Knights sub here early in this one. Irwin's got the ball up top. He's hit 2 threes here in the first quarter. Dishes this one to Lonnie Brown Jr. on the NWAC logo. Back to Irwin for 3. That one doesn't fall. Rebound for Young. The putback, he's fouled. And going to the line for 2 is Rhett Young. First free throw's coming up for R.A. Long. That's the second foul on Oliver Christian. Third team foul on Bremerton. They'll quickly bring Frank Allen back into the game for Bremerton. First free throw for Young, no good. As Allen re-enters. So Christian going to have a seat with 2 fouls here with 1:45 to go in the first. Second free throw for Young. That one no good. Ball tipped around, secured by Sellers. Missed opportunity there for the Lumberjacks, who hold a 2-point lead. It's been a back and forth first quarter. Anderson's got the ball far side wing, gets it up top to Jalen Davis. He'll dribble it out, calls for the screen, gets it from Frank Allen over to the left side. Davis hands this one off to Anderson. Now to Taylor, little jab step crossover. Taylor kicks this one back to Davis. 3 on the shot clock. Davis pulls the trigger on a 3. Back iron no good. Rebound out to Irwin, and R.A. Long heads the other way. Lonnie Brown Jr. left alone. Now dishes this one to Rookledge in the corner to Jenkins. Right back to Jenkins. Again, they want to get that ball to Young. Jenkins dribbles on the drive, lost control. R.A. Long keeps possession, 7 on the shot clock. Lonnie Brown Jr. lost his dribble, floats it over to Irwin. He'll drive, but he traveled. Clear travel on that one. Abel Million checks back in for R.A. Long. Young going to have a seat, so all of a sudden that height advantage that R.A. Long has down low is no longer there. 46.4 to go here in the first. Far side wing is Jalen Davis. And he is going to be double teamed up top. Beats the double team, drives, floats one with the right, no good. The tip back is good for Frank Allen, evens this one back up. Allen's got 5. Shot clock turned off. R.A. Long can hold for the final shot of the first if they choose. Tremaine Jenkins has that one poked loose, got it back, gets to Rookledge. Now Million resets. 10 seconds. Lonnie Brown Jr. dribbles out. 6 seconds for R.A. Long to get a shot off. Lonnie Brown steps into a deep 3, back iron no good, and that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. 11-11 after 1. We got a good one, a very even matchup. This is how it's going to be all 4 quarters. Second quarter coming up right after this.
Pacific Mobile Structures are big supporters of kids and athletics. If you are in need of temporary office space on a work site or for overflow space, or if your building is in need of major renovation, Pacific Mobile Structures can keep your company at work. Pacific Mobile Structures offers everything from traditional modular classroom space to complete multi-purpose college campus buildings, including Sage classrooms, which combine the latest in healthy learning environments with the best in green building practices. Pacific Mobile Structures can also offer you permanent space for a fraction of the cost to build your own. Go online to check out Pacific Mobile Structures.
Alderson's West Print Wares is your one-stop to tell the world about your school, club, or business. For jackets, shirts, hats, and more, go to Awards West Print Wares in Centralia. Awards West Print Wares offers fast service of quality products including screen printing and embroidery done on-site. A wide variety of advertising specialties at great prices and delivered right to your door. For a full catalog, go online to aldersons.net. For maximum impact, Alderson's Awards West Print Wares is ready to serve you today.
It's 11-11 between R.A. Long and Bremerton this morning. Our first of 6 games here at Tacoma Community College. Second quarter about to get underway. Again, I am Matthew King. Appreciate you spending your Saturday morning with us. Breakfast and high school basketball. It'll be R.A. Long ball. They'll have a chance to retake the lead. A very back and forth first quarter. R.A. Long struck first. Bremerton came back to take the lead, but the 3 ball gave R.A. Long back the lead, and the travel called there on Lonnie Brown Jr. gives the ball to Bremerton. So a quick turnover, and it's night basketball. Enoch Taylor has the ball up top, floats this one to Dolan Anderson, near side wing, trying to get this one into Frank Allen. They do. Power dribble, puts it up off the glass and in. Bremerton back out in front. Frank Allen's got 7 now. And Rhett Young set to check back in to try and take away that size advantage for Allen. Irwin in the corner. He'll drive on the baseline, dishes out. Lonnie Brown Jr. thought about a 3, passes on it, floats it over to Rookledge. He's going to take the 3. That one's good. The 3 ball falling for R.A. Long here early. Rookledge has another. And the lead back over to the Lumberjacks by 1. Anderson Now guarded by Rookledge, gets it into Allen. Allen going right at Jenkins, little fadeaway off the side of the backboard. And touching the ball while he was on the baseline was Allen, gives it to R.A. Long. And that allows Rhett Young to check back in with R.A. Long having possession of the ball. (14-13), the lead for the Jacks. Irwin's got the ball. Now to Rookledge. Again, so many shooters on this R.A. Long team. Rookledge wanted to step into another one, instead bounces it to Irwin. He rises up mid-range. That doesn't go. Ball knocked out of play. Last touch by Jenkins. It'll go back over to Bremerton. .6:30 to play here in the second quarter. Again, this is going to be back and forth all game long. If either side can go on a big run, that could be the difference maker. Jalen Davis, the three, no good. The board for Irwin. Otherwise, it's going to be a stressful game for fans of both sides, as well as the coaching staffs. Lonnie Brown Jr. throws this one over to Rookledge. R.A. Long really taking their time on each possession, getting that shot clock down. It's at 10 seconds right now. Rookledge needs help. Gets to Irwin. He splits the defense, dishes it to Lonnie Brown Jr. 4 seconds, kicks it out. Tremaine Jenkins for three. That one off the rim, no good. And Jalen Davis has the board. Davis up to Taylor. Enoch Taylor, a little crossover. Jumper from the elbow. That one's good. Bremerton back out in front. Enoch Taylor has his first bucket. And the 1 point lead now belongs to the Knights. Landon Irwin gets this one to Lonnie Brown, who beats his defender, watches the defender fly by, watches another one, dishes it over to Rookledge, who's denied by Jalen Davis. Big time block there for the freshman. We're going to have a sub for R.A. Long. Peyton Thill back in. Irwin takes a seat, and it looks like Junior Davis McWhorter will check in for Bremerton. And Jalen Davis will have a seat. 11 on the shot clock as R.A. Long gets this one in, and an offensive foul called on R.A. Long. That's going to be called on Rhett Young, his second. First foul of the quarter. So that gives the ball back to Bremerton. Enoch Taylor will bring the ball up the floor, floats it over to Dion Sellers, right back to Taylor up top. Now over to Dolan Anderson in the corner. Sellers, he'll drive. Trying to get around the defense, and he traveled. Shuffled those feet as he tried to find a path through the two defenders and turns it over. Brenner Coates checks in for the first time. Rhett Young has a seat with 2 fouls. Coates, good size, 6'5" as a freshman. Not quite as tall as Rhett Young, but if you can get those two both in your starting 5, that's a scary thought for the future. Driving, here's Lonnie Brown Jr., goes up and he is fouled. That'll send Lonnie Brown Jr. to the line for 2. Frank Allen picks up his first. Lonnie Brown Jr. to shoot 2. First one up. And that one's short. Isaiah Cadengo checks in for the first time for the Knights now. Both these teams showing the depth they have on their bench. Lonnie Brown hits that one to tie things up. First made free throw for R.A. Long. They're 1 for 4 as a team. Dolan Anderson looking for an outlet. Now Anderson left open for 3, and he buries it. Dolan Anderson knocks it down, his first bucket, and the lead is 3 for Bremerton. Thill over to Rookledge. Back to Thill. Now it's Lonnie Brown Jr. Great movement around the perimeter for R.A. Long, trying to get inside. There's a skip pass. Rookledge pulls the trigger on a 3. That one doesn't go. Ball tipped out of play into the Bremerton bench, and it'll be night basketball and a couple of subs now for R.A. Long. Abel Million and Landon Irwin re-enter. Phil and Jenkins have a seat for the Lumberjacks. Midway point of the second quarter. 18-15 Bremerton. Winner heads to Yakima to take on Mark Morris on Wednesday. Loser moves on to Spring Sports. 3-ball on the way. That one picture perfect. Junior Davis McCorder. And all of a sudden the lead up to 6. Largest lead of the day for Bremerton. The Knights starting to fill it from beyond the arc as well. R.A. Long has cooled off a little bit. Lonnie Brown Jr. gets a screen. Dishes this one to Rookledge. Rookledge attacks, puts one up off the glass, got it to go. Rookledge up to 5, and Jeffrey Rookledge off the bench providing an offensive spark to R.A. Long. Enoch Taylor hands this one off to Davis McCorder. Junior back over to Enoch Taylor. Taylor throws this one away, and a turnover back to R.A. Long. Unforced turnover there. And right back into the game, Jalen Davis now. Taylor will have a seat. 3:02 to play here in the first half. Coming up at halftime, we'll have the John L. Scott Realty halftime show. Recap the first half of action, keys to the game in the second half, plus first half scoring totals. Trying to get that one inside, they can't. Ball was tipped out of play. It'll stay with R.A. Long on the baseline. Tremaine Jenkins back in now for R.A. Long. Million gets this one in. Lonnie Brown Jr. for 3, no good. Ball tipped around, secured by Million. Fresh shot clock. Should have been a fresh shot clock for R.A. Long. And the official just realized that as well.
Your attention, please. No flash photography allowed in the stadium, please.
That shot definitely hit the rim.
Thank you.
Lonnie's got it here near side wing. Bounce pass, Rookledge from the free throw line. How about Jeffrey Rookledge here in the first half? Comes off the bench, and he's got 7, and it's back to a 2-point game. Jalen Davis has but a foul called on the Knights. That's another one on Frank Allen. That's 2 on him. Second team foul. He's going to have a seat as back in the game, Deion Sellers. R.A. Long all of a sudden has taken momentum right back. If they can tie this thing up or take the lead on this possession, might force the Bremerton timeout here. Especially with some turnover issues. Irwin drives, tried to just throw one up. Had no idea where that shot was going, and Bremerton heads the other way, and another turnover there, just losing out on the spin was Junior Davis McCorder. Abel Million, he's going to drive inside, dishes out. Lonnie Brown Jr. trying to find a path to the basket. There's nothing there. Hands it off to Million. Tremaine Jenkins up top. Back over to Lonnie Brown. He's going to rise up from just inside the arc. That one off the front of the rim, no good. Ball knocked loose. Bremerton comes away with it. Jalen Davis will slow it up a little bit. Gets this one over to Sellers. Nice dish from Sellers to Anderson. Could not get that shot to go. Body's hitting the deck now. Lonnie, a little dribble handoff to Abel Million. Now it's going to be Irwin driving out to Lonnie Brown Jr. Back to Million. He'll dribble it out, wants to reset, calls for the screen from Jenkins, gets it. Now Million attacks with the left hand, puts that one up off the glass and in, and we're tied. First bucket for Abel Million, and it's 21-21. We got a double blackjack here. Final minute of the first half. Jalen Davis gets a screen. He's going to drive inside, dishes it out, 3-ball. Junior Davis McCorder buries it. Have another one, his second 3. And the lead back in favor of the Knights by 3. Abel Million calls out the play. calling for a screen. Bounce pass into Jenkins. Right back to Million. Inside, Irwin off the glass. Easy two there. Nice response for R.A. Long. Landon Irwin's got 8. Shot clock turned off, and it looks like Bremerton will hold for the last shot. Jalen Davis got to start moving, got to do something. Now he does. Gets the screen. Now switches back. 12 seconds. Jalen Davis, double team, floats this one inside. Ball poked loose. Sellers kicks it over. Junior Davis McWhorter, one more for him. Another 3, and that brings us to the end of the first half. What a finish to the first half for Junior Davis McWhorter. It's a 4-point lead for Bremerton at the midway point of this one. All right, we're going to go ahead and step aside, come back with the John L. Scott Realty halftime show, recap that first half, as well as some first half scoring totals and keys to the second half for both sides. That is coming up here on the Eli and NFHS Sports Networks.
Hey, sports fans, are you ready to make a play for your dream home? With the hometown team by your side, you'll be the MVP of the home buying experience.
We put you in the best position to win. With varsity level experience and excellent client care, you can rest assured knowing that we will coach you to the finish line.
Whatever the case, your needs are as unique as the sports you love. We have you covered with a variety of options to fit your needs.
So don't let the competition leave you in the dust. Get the home court advantage today and contact your hometown team.
Nationally known and locally owned, Southwest Washington is home to 6 locally owned Napa stores, providing you with the best quality parts and services you need. With fast access to an inventory of over 400,000 parts, with ASE certified parts specialists ready to help, it's no wonder so many do-it-yourselfers count on Napa Auto Parts. Visit Wilson's Napa Auto Parts in Centralia, Chehalis, Rochester, Tenino, Castle Rock, and the heavy-duty and wholesale location on State Avenue in Chehalis, or go to wilsonnapa.com.
Is ours. Sacrifice and failure. Did you think it was easy? The work behind this name will make it echo forever.
The opioid crisis is real, and many families are dealing with this insidious problem. It can attack anyone, from illegal street drugs to legal prescriptions. American Behavioral Health Systems is here to help, and has responded to this issue with our Secure Withdrawal Management Center. It's specialized medication-assisted opioid treatment and detox for low-income and Medicaid-eligible clients. The time is now to free yourself from addiction. For more information, go to AmericanBehavioralHealth.net.
Welcome to the John L. Scott Halftime Show. When it comes to real estate, contact the pros at John L. Scott, located at 900 West Main in Centralia. Now let's get back to the ESN crew with all the halftime stats and recaps on the Eli and NFHS Sports Networks.
Welcome back to Tacoma Community College, where we have reached the midway point. That means it's time for the John L. Scott Realty Halftime Show. Get to know your home and property true value with the free market analysis from the John L. Scott professionals. John L. Scott Realty, they're at 900 West Main in Centralia. I am Matthew King, your halftime scorer. The Bremerton Knights leading the R.A. Long Lumberjacks 27-23. A very back-and-forth first quarter. The swings of momentum were very drastic when they happened. R.A. Long got off to the fast start, in the first quarter. Bremerton answered right back, though. They started getting to the free throw line. That helped them build up a little bit of a lead. Then RA Long closed out the first quarter with a three-point barrage to tie things up at 11 after a quarter of play. Then in the second quarter, it was a good start for RA Long. They were able to take the lead, but then Bremerton caught fire from beyond the arc. Junior Davis McWhorter coming off the bench and burying 3 3-pointers in a row, as well as Dalton Anderson knocking one down as well. The three-point momentum shifted from the Lumberjacks over to the Knights, and Bremerton were able to take a 4-point lead into halftime. Again, that three right at the end of the first half with about a second left by Junior Davis McWhorter. Took it from a 1-point game to a 4-point game. Really, this game is still up for grabs for both sides. The three-point barrage has just gone from RA Long to Bremerton, back to RA Long, back to Bremerton. That's how it's gone. Both teams are getting inside. However, the free throw shooting of Bremerton has been a little bit better as well. That's opened up their lead, giving them the opportunity to take the lead. Haven't really seen RA Long utilize that height advantage that Rhett Young has. He's had a tough time even getting the basketball inside, and that's because Frank Allen is kind of playing more physical than I think most players have played on Rhett Young. Rhett Young used to having that height advantage, but now he doesn't really have the physicality advantage. Frank Young is a strong kid down low. He is moving Young off his spot, making things a little bit uncomfortable for him, and he's not able to really just post up, put his hands up, and get the basketball. You can see RA Long moving the ball around the perimeter, trying to find an angle. Allen is just shading him, staying right in his hip pocket to take away that height advantage. However, RA Long started getting things going in the mid-range game. Jeffrey Rookledge started knocking down some jumpers, but I really liked when Abel Million attacked the basket. We have not seen a lot of that from RA Long in this one. Got to get him going. Got to get really all the Lumberjacks attacking that basket. Make that defense of Bremerton really draw themselves in, and then that'll allow some mismatches for Rhett Young, some off-ball screens as well, some on-ball screens. Just got to get some sort of mismatch for RA Long for either their guards or for Rhett Young down low. For Bremerton, I really like their three-point barrage that they came out of nowhere with. I want to see Frank Allen touch the ball a little bit more inside, especially with Rhett Young already having 2 fouls. Also, Jalen Davis, got to get him more touches. He is not getting up enough shots, in my opinion. He only has 4 points in the first half. Get him the ball. We've seen him be able to take it to the basket. We've seen him be able to take that outside jumper. Got to run the offense through him, which they're trying to do. But, again, him and Frank Allen, if they can both get going together, that's going to be a dangerous duo for the Knights. First half scoring totals for Bremerton. Game high, 9 points thus far for Junior Davis McWhorter, 7 from Frank Allen, 4 for Jalen Davis, 3 from Dalton Anderson, and 2 apiece from Trent Bulmer and Enoch Taylor. For RA Long, they're led with 8 from Landon Irwin, 7 for Jeffrey Rookledge, 4 from Lonnie Brown Jr., and 2 apiece from Abel Million and Rhett Young. All right, that'll do it for the John L. Scott Realty Halftime Show. Third quarter coming up. 4-point lead for Bremerton here on the Eli and NFHS Sports Networks.
That does it for the John L. Scott Halftime Show. Coming up next is second half action right here on the Eli and NFHS Sports Networks. Thorbeck's Wellness Centers are the place to go for good health. At the 3 Thorbeck's locations in Centralia, Chehalis, and South Bend, there are options for everyone, and it's all for one low-price monthly membership. Get the basics with free weights and cardio, or take advantage of specific programs like yoga and group fitness classes, all for the same membership price. As a member, you'll have access to all 3 facilities where you'll find a swimming pool, basketball court, tennis courts, multi-use turf area, and more. For more information, go to Thorbex.com.
Good Health Nutrition Center in Centralia is your home base for nutrition. When you visit Good Health Nutrition Center, you'll find the largest selection of vitamins, supplements, and natural remedies. You may be surprised to also find a huge selection of healthy groceries such as gluten-free products, environmentally friendly products, organic fruits and vegetables, and items for specific diets like the diabetic diet. Good Health Nutrition Center, powering students and athletes from the inside out. Good Health Nutrition Center on Harrison in Centralia.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
This welding program is centered around getting your state structural certifications. They come in, take the welding core classes, get their work done that is pertinent to what they're going to do out into the field. So the industry of welding is booming right now.
There's construction, there's pipe fitting, there's sheet metal, there's opening your own fab shop. Always going to have an opportunity to be a welder. We always need welders.
Back to TCC, getting things set for the start of the third quarter. Bremerton leading RA along 27-23. The winner of this one heading to the Yakima Valley Sundome on Wednesday to take on Mark Morris in a loser-out game. I'll be headed to Yakima on Tuesday, get things set up. That's where I'll be for state basketball. We got an all-star crew that's going to be there. I'll be there. Nick Sisson of N2 Media will be there. I'm sure he's hoping RA Long can come back so he can call one more civil war between RA Long and Mark Morris. We got Keith King. He's going to make his state debut there. Jeff Weeks, maybe, depending on how his coaching duties go here today. They will play Bellarmine. That's West Valley of Yakima. If they win, he might not be there. He'll be doing other things at the Tacoma Dome. Craig Lacey will step in, though, for him as well. We got Jeff Place over from the east side. It is a loaded crew. We also got the legend Sal Kobar from over in Yakima as well. It's going to be a ton of fun. Cannot wait for Wednesday when the hoops actually get started. We got a good day of basketball here, and so far a good half of basketball. Second half underway. It's going to be Bremerton ball. They're in the white with the blue numbers. RA Long in the red with the white numbers. 4-point lead for the Knights. Deion Sellers gets this one inside to Jalen Davis. Long pass over to Trenton Bulmer. Bulmer now gives to Oliver Christian. He drives inside, back out to Davis. Corner three on the way. That one doesn't fall. Offensive rebound for Deion Sellers. The turnaround is blocked by Rhett Young. There's the height of Young playing a role. Phil's got the ball now. Over to Abel Million. Bounce pass to Landon Irwin. Long pass, Lonnie Brown Jr. Near side wing hands this one back to Phil. Now Abel Million. Back to Phil. 13 on the shot clock. That takes a deflection, and heading the other way is Trenton Bulmer. There's a lob inside. Great transition there from Bremerton. And Jalen Davis is the one who finishes it off. He's got 6. 29-23 Knights. Landon Irwin in the corner. To Abel Million. Now Lonnie Brown Jr. corner three. That one doesn't fall. Ball tipped out, and corralling it is Frank Allen. Ball was loose then, but the Knights secure it. They got a chance to get their largest lead of the game. Driving here's Jalen Davis. A great feed. Frank Allen puts in an easy 2, and the Knights firing on all cylinders to open up the third quarter. Million gets it into Young. Young is trapped on the baseline. Back to Million. Abel, long pass to Lonnie Brown Jr. Resets to Peyton Thill. Million at the free throw line. Nice drive there from Irwin. He's going to pump fake and then be fouled. And Irwin will go to the line for 2, and I think they're going to get Frank Allen with his third, and they do. So Frank Allen with 3 fouls. That's going to be one to watch. First one here for Irwin. Up and good. Irwin leading the Lumberjacks with 9. He's tied for a game high right now with Junior Davis McCorder and Frank Allen. Looking to become the first player to double digits, and he does. He's got 10. He's 2 for 2 from the line. First points of the half for the Lumberjacks. This one thrown over to Deion Sellers. Now up top will be Jalen Davis. Davis calls out the play. 11 on the shot clock. Hands this one off to Bulmer. Bulmer now inside. Goes around Young off the glass. Too strong. And R.A. Long secures the board. Lonnie Brown has the ball in the front court. Thought about the 3. Instead gives it over to Peyton Thill. Abel Million right back to Thill. He's going to take the 3. That one's good. Peyton Thill's first bucket of the game. And all of a sudden, it's down to just a 3-point game. On the other end, there's a whistle and an offensive foul called on Deion Sellers. His first, and the Lumberjacks have taken control of the momentum.
Player control foul, Deion Sellers for the Knights.
We're going to have a couple of subs now as Bremerton tries to get things back rolling. Enoch Taylor, as well as Isaiah Cadango. So Allen is going to have a seat. He's got the 3 fouls. We'll see how Bremerton tries to take away Rhett Young in this zone defense. Lonnie Brown Jr., he sees the mismatch, trying to get the ball down low, can't. We got a whistle and a foul. I think they're going to get Cadango here guarding Young. And they do. That's his first. That's a mismatch, really. Looks like Jalen Davis might be the only one that's able to guard Rhett Young. Oliver Christian probably can as well. But Christian's got 2 fouls, so he has to be careful. Irwin drives, and he traveled. Bremerton kind of pulled the chair on him. Just started to back up out of his way, and he lost his balance. Was expecting some contact. Got a little bit of it, not enough for the foul. 5 minutes to go here in the third. Already seen both teams go on little scoring runs. Got it right back to a 3-point game. Jalen Davis for 3 from the corner. And that doubles the lead for Bremerton. Davis has 9, and we got a whistle. And an inadvertent whistle. One official thought Bremerton was calling a timeout, but they did not. So, slow things back up. Maybe the most harmless inadvertent whistle I've ever seen. Thill gets this one onto the baseline to Irwin. Irwin gets back out of there. Now he'll attack. Irwin goes high off the glass. No good. Ball tipped around. Bremerton's got it and then trying to save it. Threw it out to Bulmer. And Bulmer will slow it down. Listen to his head coach, Jeremiah Davis, saying, slow up, wait for everyone else. We don't got numbers. Jalen Davis gets inside, floater over Young, no good. The rebound for Landon Irwin. R.A. Long trying to go quick. Lonnie Brown Jr. up to Abel Million. Tried to get it back to Lonnie, and the ball was stolen away by Enoch Taylor. Taylor trying to thread the needle. It was deflected by Thill out of play. Both Thill and the official almost took a spill into the bleachers. It'll be Bremerton basketball. Tremaine Jenkins checks in for R.A. Long, as well as Jeffrey Rookledge. Rookledge really good off the bench, scoring the basketball in the first half for R.A. Long. Might earn him some more minutes here in the second half. Bremerton's got to get this ball in. They just do. Cadango right back to Bulmer. Drives on the baseline. Puts it up. Count it. Plus the foul for Trenton Bulmer. He's got a chance for the 3-point play as Tremaine Jenkins picks up his first. And at the midway point of the third quarter, Bremerton could be about to go up by 9. Free throw up, no good, so they're going to have to settle for the 8-point lead for now. Peyton Phil's got the ball, swings it over to Landon Irwin. Now Rookledge, corner 3, that one just short. Tried to follow his shot, but the ball bounced back inside. It goes out of play. It's Bremerton basketball, and all of a sudden the Knights in control of this one. Just 5 points in the quarter for R.A. Long. Enoch Taylor resets out to Bulmer. Now to Cadango. That ball might have hit the ref. Christian gives this ball back to Cadango. Scoops and he scores. Nice take there for Isaiah Cadango. The lead to double digits for Bremerton. R.A. Long got to find a response here. Tremaine Jenkins attacks on the baseline. Jump stop, kicks it out. Lonnie Brown now in the corner. Landon Irwin for 3. That one doesn't fall, and the scoring drought continues for the Lumberjacks. Up to Enoch Taylor, takes it himself, too strong on that finish. Irwin heads the other way. R.A. Long, they've got numbers. It's 3-on-1. Bounce pass inside off the glass. Nice finish there for Rookledge. And that was much needed for R.A. Long as they will take a timeout now. It's a full timeout, so we'll take one with them. 38-30, Bremerton the lead. 2:51 to go in the third quarter. Back after this.
Thorbeck's wellness centers in Centralia and Chehalis are for everyone, including families and kids.
Get your kids out from behind the screen and get them moving. And while you're working out, your kids will have a blast at Thorbeck's Kids Club. Unique birthday parties. How about a pool party? Or if you want to stay dry, an inflatable party at the Bouncy House.
Thorbeck's offers swim lessons, a water slide, batting cages, an athletic training center, gymnastics, tennis, and dance lessons.
For more information, go to Thorbeck's.com.
38-30, Bremerton's got the lead over R.A. Long. 2:51 to play in the third quarter. Enoch Taylor on that last fast break for R.A. Long. It looked like he was going to get a big chase down block a la LeBron James. I can't remember what year that was, 2016 NBA Finals, 2017. Whatever, you get the idea. He's done it a lot. And I thought Taylor was going to be able to chase that one down, just couldn't beat Rookledge there. R.A. Long really needed that basket. Gets the deficit back to single digits, but now they got to put together some stops as Bremerton's offense starting to pick up. It looks like R.A. Long will go with a press here, try and force a turnover, and that's going to be a foul on Peyton Thill. That's his third. It's the second foul of the quarter for R.A. Long. Jalen Davis throws this one up, stolen by Tremaine Jenkins. He'll attack, and he's blocked by Jalen Davis. There's the block Bremerton was looking for. Cadango traveled. Gives the ball right back to R.A. Long. But what a play by Jalen Davis. The freshman getting up and denying Tremaine Jenkins. R.A. Long got that bucket. All of a sudden, Uncle Mo would have been in favor of R.A. Long. Lonnie Brown Jr. tied up. Jump ball. Possession will keep it with R.A. Long. Bulmer tied up Lonnie Brown Jr. So still R.A. Long ball. Will be Phil to inbound. Gets this one into Lonnie. Lobs it into Tremaine Jenkins. Power dribble, spins the other way, puts it up off the glass. Nice take there for Tremaine Jenkins. His first basket of the game. And R.A. Long starting to chip away. Jalen Davis guarded by Lonnie Brown Jr. They'll have the little switch on defense. Jalen Davis. Gives this one to Enoch Taylor. Taylor drives, throws one up. What a finish there for Enoch Taylor. Taylor's got 4. That dish inside, taken away by Oliver Christian. He just saved it. There's a scramble for the ball. Enoch Taylor comes away with it. He's going to sky up with the left hand, no good. The board for Rookledge. He heads the other way. R.A. Long trying to get some transition offense. Now they'll slow it up. Phil over to Lonnie Brown Jr. Thought about a logo 3 from the NWAC logo. Phil's got it here. Resets over to Rookledge. Now Lonnie Brown Jr. 12 on the shot clock. Jenkins in the corner. Back to the wing to Rookledge. Lonnie's going to drive inside. Nice dish from Lonnie Brown Jr. to Tremaine Jenkins. Great feed there. Gets it back to a 6-point game. Taylor gets this one back to Jalen Davis, who's going to get across the timeline. Final minute of the third quarter. Trenton Bulmer hands it off to Enoch Taylor. Taylor gives it back to Jalen Davis. He's going to attack inside. Jalen goes right at the basket. No, it's an offensive foul. Jalen Davis called for the charge, his second. And Tremaine Jenkins tried to draw one on the last possession for Bremerton. Didn't get it. This time he does. Junior Davis McWhorter checks in for Bremerton. 3 threes for Davis McWhorter, all of them in the second quarter. All right, along with the ball down by 6. Phil gets this one. Near side, Irwin now into the corner. 3 ball good for Jeffrey Rookledge. Cuts the deficit in half. He's got a dozen. It's a 3-point game. 27 seconds left. About 3 differential between shot and game clock. Davis McCorder can't get that three to go, and a foul called there on Oliver Christian. He was just flying in for the rebound. Helps up Peyton Thill. Good sportsmanship there. Third foul now on Christian. And a three for R.A. Long here with 22.2. Could be a tie game going in the fourth, but actually that's the 15th foul, so R.A. Long going to get 2 free throws. They're into the bonus. So Peyton Thill heads to the line. His first trip to the free throw line. His only points came on a 3-ball. First free throw coming for Thill. That one up and good. And checking in is Deion Sellers. Christian going to have a seat. Second free throw coming now. That one in and out. Ball tipped around, secured by Rookledge. Lonnie Brown Jr., 3 for the lead, just short. Bremerton has the rebound with 14 seconds. Davis up to Taylor. Enoch Taylor dribbles around a little bit, resets to Davis. 6 seconds for Bremerton. Jalen Davis, 3 seconds, gets this one. Bulmer going to pull the trigger at the horn. It's no good. And that brings us to the end of the third quarter. Things getting very interesting here in Tacoma. We go to the fourth. It's a 2-point game, 40-38. 1 quarter to go. Don't go anywhere.
The real estate market is changing, and John L. Scott can answer your questions with a free market analysis. If you're a homeowner, it's really important to get a current market analysis. It only takes a few minutes of your time and contains valuable information about your biggest investment. This might be the year to make a move and take advantage of this market. For your free market analysis, see Laura Lee today at John L. Scott, 900 West Main in Centralia.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it. It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Back here in Tacoma, 40-38. Bremerton's got the lead over RA along with just 1 quarter to go. Here in Tacoma, the winner of this one to take on Mark Morris in the first round of the state tournament on Wednesday. A nice little afternoon game. It'll be a 3:45 tip. Not like the girls' game where the loser played at 9 p.m. on Wednesday. We got a whistle and a foul called here on the Lumberjacks. Jalen Davis will shoot free throws. Tremaine Jenkins picks up his second. First free throw coming here for Davis. That one is good. Bremerton has really shot free throws well. And Davis, the first night in double figures with 10. He's 3 of 5 from the line. And he missed that one. And a whistle and a foul called there now on Bremerton. Deion Sellers called for his second. And a timeout called by Bremerton, and they want a full timeout. Things starting to get very, very interesting. 41-38, the Knights have the lead. 7:50 to go in this ball game. Winner to state in Yakima. Loser season comes to an end. We'll be right back after this.
But the foundation is ours. Sacrifice and failure. Did you think it was easy? The work behind this name will make it echo forever.
Five. Back here in Tacoma, 41-39. Bremerton's got the lead over R.A. Long. Loser has their season come to an end in this one. The winner heads to Yakima for a date with Mark Morris on Wednesday afternoon. We saw the Monarchs last night here at TCC fall short against North Kitsap. The Vikings move through into the state quarterfinals. Don't have to play until Thursday. We also saw the Linden Lions get a win over Prosser up in Linden last night. They also go through to the quarterfinals. Linden looking for the three-peat. Grandview beat Rogers of Spokane as well. Jeffrey Rookledge has the ball, resets to Peyton Thill. Now Lonnie Brown Jr. left alone. He's going to pull the trigger on a three. That one doesn't fall. Irwin trying to save it. He did not. Left from the baseline, so it will be Bremerton basketball. Frank Allen back in, and it'll be Dolan Anderson in for Bremerton. Enoch Taylor and Dion Sellers have a seat. A lot of action already, and we're only 30 seconds into this fourth quarter. Trenton Bulmer will bring the ball up the floor. 3-point lead right now for Bremerton. Junior Davis McCorder gets some space. Kind of twisted the feet, had to just get rid of that one, got it, and somehow Bulmer kept possession. Junior Davis McCorder, far side wing. He'll drive, lost it on the way up. It ends up with Frank Allen. Kicks this one out. Dallin Anderson, 4 on the shot clock. Jalen Davis gonna have to find some space. 2 seconds. The floater at the horn, in and out. Rebound for Landon Irwin. Irwin gives it to Thill. Again, a 3 will tie it here for R.A. Long. Peyton Thill facing this 2-1-2 zone of Bremerton. Bounce pass there from Rookledge to Jenkins on the baseline, and he might have stepped out of bounds. Yes, he did. No, they're saying that was a foul on the floor. Call that one on Dallin Anderson, his first. Second team foul already of the quarter on the Knights. This one lobbed in to Lonnie Brown Jr. Brown to Thill. Thill dishes it. Rookledge for 3, in and out. Rebound by Allen, lobs it up. Junior Davis McCorder in transition. Has that one stolen away. Great defense by Peyton Thill. Thill will call out the play. Run point here for R.A. Long. Lonnie Brown Jr., far side wing. Right back to Thill. Right back to Lonnie. Trying to get that one to Jenkins. Stepping into a 3 is Thill, and he ties it up. Peyton Thill, his second 3. And it is 41-41 with 5:48 to go. Davis McCorder is going to be fouled. A hand check there called on Thill. That's his 4th.
His third personal for the Lumberjacks, their second team foul.
Checking in, Enoch Taylor for Bremerton, and Abel Million in for R.A. Long. They only have that as the 3rd on Thill. I've got that as number 4. Jalen Davis denied by Tremaine Jenkins. Right there, though, was Bulmer to keep possession with the Knights. 18 on the shot clock. Enoch Taylor, guarded by Lonnie Brown Jr. Bounce pass. Bulmer going to drive. Bulmer dishes it behind Allen. Allen saves it. 7 on the shot clock, and a double dribble called there on Bremerton. It's going to be R.A. Long basketball and a chance for the Lumberjacks to take the lead. They've trailed by 8 multiple times here in the second half, just will not go away. Now they have got a chance to go ahead here late. Million over to Lonnie Brown Jr. Dishes this one to Rookledge in the corner. Up top, Abel Million. To Lonnie Brown. In the corner, Landon Irwin. Inside, Jenkins. Pump fake, puts it up, scores. R.A. Long is out front. Jenkins has 6 all here in the second half. Long ball up to Enoch Taylor, the floater. That doesn't go. He got his own miss, though. Taylor resets out. 3 ball for Anderson. That one missed everything. And it's going to be Lumberjack basketball. Anderson thought he was fouled. But the Knights have gone ice cold. Oliver Christian into the game. for Bremerton here with 4:43 to go. R.A. Long trying to boost their lead up to 2 possessions. Million bounce pass into Jenkins, out to Lonnie Brown Jr. He'll drive. Lonnie kicks it out. Million pump fakes the 3. Back out to Lonnie. Now Million. Bounce pass, that one poked free. Davis comes away with it. Davis lost it. Landon Irwin took it right back. The Bremerton faithful can't believe there wasn't a foul called there. Irwin gets to Million. Lonnie Brown Jr. now. Everyone just feeding Lonnie Brown Jr. He doesn't have any space to shoot, though. Bremerton taking him away. Million's trapped in a timeout, going to be called by R.A. Long with 7 on the shot clock, just a 30-second. So we will keep it here. 43-41, R.A. Long's got the lead again. Bremerton led by 8 multiple times here in the second half. The Jacks just have not gone away, and they played small ball really to get back into it. Tremaine Jenkins, 6 points here in the second half. 5 more for Jeffrey Rookledge, who has been spectacular. Really, it's been those 2 guys leading this comeback. Some great perimeter passing by Lonnie Brown Jr. and Peyton Thill. Haven't seen Rhett Young really much in this second half. Some good defense for R.A. Long as well. And Bremerton, some unforced errors. So R.A. Long will inbound from the baseline, 7 on the shot clock. Abel Million will throw this one in. Lobs it into Lonnie Brown Jr., guarded by Taylor. Hands it off to Million. 4 seconds. Abel Million back to Lonnie. Lonnie Brown Jr. deep 3, just short. Rebound pulled in, and drawing the foul, Oliver Christian. That foul called on Tremaine Jenkins. That's 3 now for Jenkins. I think R.A. Long's still going to go with that press. Looked like Lonnie Brown Jr. was looking to the bench to say, you sure? Looks like they won't get too aggressive with this press. Enoch Taylor, guarded by Million. He gets across the timeline. Now Bulmer just stayed on this half of the court. He is double teamed. Bounce pass to Taylor. Nice outlet. Taylor lost it a little bit. Tracked it back down. Resets out to Jalen Davis. 10 on the shot clock. Jalen drives. Lost the handle on it. Dishes it into Anderson. He ties it up. Dallin Anderson, right place, right time. He's got 5, and it's 43-43. Abel Million's got it. Back to Lonnie Brown Jr. Jeffrey Rookledge in the corner. Dribbles out of some pressure. Million. Now to Irwin. Long pass to Million. Irwin right back to Lonnie Brown Jr. 7 on the shot clock. Lonnie gets to Million. 5 seconds. Inside, Jenkins fires it out. Rookledge got to get a shot off. He's not going to. It's a shot clock violation. 30 seconds of defense there from Bremerton forces the turnover, and a 30-second timeout called by the Knights. Bremerton starting to feel it. 43-43 will step aside. Just 2:46 to decide this one. Here in Tacoma, we got a real good one going. R.A. Long and Bremerton, 43-43, 2:46 left. The Knights just forced a shot clock violation to get the ball back. Now they've got a chance to take the lead. Winner of this one to take on Mark Morris on Wednesday afternoon at the Yakima Valley Sundome. The loser, they are on to spring sports.
Bremerton basketball, players union.
It's time to empty the gas tank, throw everything you've got at the opposing team. The press of R.A. Long again is taken care of by the Knights. Trenton Bulmer gives this one to Jalen Davis. Davis dribbles out. Looks like he might want isolation with Rookledge. Dishes it out. Bulmer attacks now inside the running floater short. Ball tipped out. Bulmer got it back. Bulmer dishes it inside to Christian. He scores. Oliver Christian's first bucket of the game's a big one. A 30-second timeout called by the Knights there. We'll keep it here, but Bremerton's got the lead 45-43 now, 2:20 left. The offensive rebound was massive there for the Knights. Each side has 2 timeouts. Again, this is our first game of 6 today. I might not have a voice by game 2. Game 2 scheduled to tip off at noon. Elmira Cooley Heartline against Cross Point in a 1B girls matchup. Both those teams are headed to the Spokane Arena. They're top 8 seeds. They're just playing to get that free spot in the quarterfinals. First things first, we got 2:20 to decide this one. It's been a back and forth game all game long. R.A. Long basketball with the Lumberjacks now trailing Bremerton by 2. Lonnie Brown Jr. gives this one to Landon Irwin. Now it's Abel Million. Gets screened from Jenkins. Bounce pass to Brown. Now it's to Irwin in the corner. Landon Irwin's trapped. That pass tipped to Lonnie Brown. 8 on the shot clock. Abel Million can't find a driving lane. Now Rookledge, 4 seconds. R.A. Long got to get a shot up. Rookledge throws one up. It's just short. Bremerton the board. It's Trenton Bulmer. Back-to-back, really good defensive possessions for the Knights. And now they'll look to go up by 2 possessions. Enoch Taylor's got the ball, guarded by Million. Enoch Taylor looking to drive, has that ball poked loose. Million tips it back to Taylor. Taylor inside Christian, the floater, off the glass and good. Bremerton's lead is 4. In the corner, Jeffrey Rookledge, he is swarmed. Finds some space and a timeout taken by R.A. Long. A 30-second, we are going to keep it here again. 1:13 left. Feels like this is a possession where the Lumberjacks absolutely have to score. They want to stay in this one. And no, they're going to say a full timeout now. So we will step aside for a quick 30-second break. Be back right after this.
Alderson's West Print Wares is your one stop to tell the world about your school, club, or business. For jackets, shirts, hats, and more, go to Awards West Print Wares in Centralia. Awards West Print Wares offers fast service of quality products including screen printing and embroidery done on site. A wide variety of advertising specialties at great prices and delivered right to your door. For a full catalog, go online to aldersons.net. For maximum impact, Aldersons Awards West Print Wares is ready to serve you today.
47-43, Bremerton's got the lead over R.A. Long with 1:13 to go in this one. Someone's season going to be coming to an end here today. Well, one team will book their hotel reservations for Yakima. I am Matthew King. Appreciate you spending your morning with us here in Tacoma. A lot of great high school basketball all across the state today. Plenty of options. We appreciate you choosing us. Peyton Thill's got the ball. Swings it over to Jeffrey Rookledge. Landon Irwin now. Irwin's going to drive inside. Dishes it to Jenkins. It went off his leg. Bremerton's got the steal. And the Knights trying to get out of there. Bulmer is going to be fouled. And that's going to be called on Landon Irwin. Just his second. Things now looking bleak for R.A. Long. That's their 4th team foul. The next one sends the Knights to the line. Junior Davis McCorder checks in now for Bremerton. The lob into Enoch Taylor through this one. Dangerous pass. Jenkins crashes into the scorer's table. They play on. Enoch Taylor and a timeout called there by Bremerton. A full timeout. Bremerton's only got one left, 47-43. We'll step aside for the final time, come back with the conclusion of this one next here on ESN. We got a 4-point game here late, 44.4 left on the clock. Fours galore on the scoreboard as the Bremerton Knights trying to advance to the Yakima Valley Sundome. But the R.A. Long Lumberjacks not going to go down without a fight, as R.A. Long has to get a stop here. Jalen Davis will inbound from the far sideline. Again, next foul sends the Knights to the free throw line. Jalen Davis throws back to Trenton Bulmer. Bulmer trapped near half court and a whistle. And we're going to have a foul called there on R.A. Long. And they're going to call this one on Jeffrey Rookledge. That's just his first. And now free throws for Bremerton from here on out, as they will look to ice it from the line. Bulmer's first is good. Colin Anderson back in for Bremerton. Now to try and make this a 6-point lead for the Knights. Second free throw, Trenton Bulmer. Up and good, 49-43. R.A. Long got a score on this possession. Jeffrey Rookledge needs some help, gets to Thill. A lot of time coming off the clock. Lonnie Brown Jr. for three, no good. Tremaine Jenkins trying to bring in the loose ball. He can't. Bremerton's got it. And that might do it. Davis up the floor. Anderson's going to be fouled. That's the fifth on Peyton Thill. His day is done. But it looks like it will be Bremerton moving on to the Yakima Valley Sundome. Two free throws coming for Dolan Anderson.
Dolan Anderson to shoot two.
First one good. Now the second. Also good. So Dolan Anderson hits both. R.A. Long trying to get a desperation heave. That one thrown away, and that's going to do it. 7.3 Bremerton. It looks like we'll get the job done here today. They fend off a very pesky R.A. Long squad, 51-43, and the Knights are headed to the Sundome for a date with Mark Morris in the first round on Wednesday. A huge win today for Bremerton. We're going to go ahead and step aside. We'll come back, wrap this one up with the Alderson's Awards West postgame show next.
Tyler Rental, quality equipment and helpful counter pros save you costly delays. For projects big and small, Tyler has Genie man lifts and forklifts, Deere excavators, welders, and generators, plus new tools from Steel, Milwaukee, and Hilti. While you're in the store, shop for hard hats, safety glasses, gloves, hearing protection, and much more. Contractors and homeowners depend on Tyler Rental for selection and well-maintained equipment to avoid downtime. Tyler Rental, 153 Hamilton Road, south of Chehalis. Point S Centralia OK Tire is a proud sponsor of high school sports and wishes all teams good luck during the postseason. With the playoffs starting, that means the weather is changing, and that means tough driving conditions with ice, rain, and snow. Point S Centralia OK Tire invites you to stop by and have your vehicle checked so you're ready for winter driving. Studded snow tires, studless snow tires, and tire chains are in stock and ready to put on whatever you drive, and with a warranty good at over 200 locations. Point S Centralia OK Tire, 1741 Harrison Avenue in Centralia.
I think it's time to put my money to work.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Giza has a lot of ways to help your money grow.
Oh, great.
Find a healthier approach to money at Giza.
Time to wrap up this game with the Alderson's Awards West Coast Game Show. Awards West in Centralia can supply you with t-shirts, hats, and hundreds, if not thousands, of promotional products, even team uniforms. Before you buy, check in with locally owned Awards West printwares at aldersons.net. Now back to our ESN crew.
Welcome back here to Tacoma Community College, where it's time to wrap this one up with the Aldersons Awards West post-game show. For trophies, awards, t-shirts, and so much more, go to aldersons.net and check out their full catalog. Final score of this one, the Bremerton Knights are headed to Yakima as they knock off R.A. Long 51-43 in what was a back-and-forth game the entire way, and a cold fourth quarter for R.A. Long. Only 5 points in the final 8 minutes moves Bremerton into the 12-team bracket, where they will take on Mark Morris again on Wednesday at 3:45 over at the Sundome in a loser-out winner to the quarterfinals matchup. Hats off to the Bremerton Knights. It wasn't that R.A. Long just went cold. The Knights really tightened things up on defense there in the fourth quarter. A shot clock violation, and then they forced just a heave at the end of a shot clock on back-to-back possessions. And then not only were they forcing empty possessions for R.A. Long, they then were able to score on the offensive end to take advantage of those opportunities to open up their lead a little bit. We saw Oliver Christian not score until the very end of the game. He scored 4 points all at the end. Some nice free throws for Trenton Bulmer and Don Anderson as well kind of sealed the deal for Bremerton. Hats off to R.A. Long. They did not go away. They had nothing but fight the entire ball game. Jeffrey Rookledge off the bench with 12 points. Peyton Thill with 7 as well. Those all came in the second half. Just could not get the three ball back really going into that second half. They had to attack inside, got Tremaine Jenkins going a little bit, but then Bremerton adjusted their defense once again, took away Tremaine Jenkins, and there was just nothing R.A. Long could do. They could not get those entry passes inside. They had to settle for the jumpers, the perimeter threes. They just could not get those shots to drop. It was a tough finish to the season for R.A. Long, but again, this program has completely turned around from where they were just a handful of years ago. R.A. Long now going to be at regionals for the foreseeable future with the program that has been built. And again, heck of a season for Bremerton, and it continues. They will get a matchup with the other Longview team in Mark Morris on Wednesday. Final scoring totals in this one for Bremerton. They were led with 10 from Jalen Davis, 9 apiece from Junior Davis McCorder and Frank Allen, 7 for Dolan Anderson, 6 for Trenton Bulmer, 4 for Enoch Taylor, 4 for Oliver Christian, and 2 for Isaiah Cadango. For R.A. Long, they were led with 10 as well from Landon Irwin, a dozen from Jeffrey Rookledge, 10 from Landon Irwin, 7 from Peyton Thill, 6 from Tremaine Jenkins, 4 for Lonnie Brown Jr., and 2 apiece from Abel Million and Rhett Young. It's time to name our Thorbeck's MVP of this one. Thorbeck's Wellness Center in Chehalis, Centralia, and South Bend, and coming soon to Grand Mound. Strong today, stronger tomorrow. Strongest together at Thorbeck's. For Bremerton, it was a who's who doing damage here in this one. But I think we got to go with Jalen Davis here in this ball game. 10 points to lead the team. Had some mixed results from the free throw line, but was very good defensively, very good as a facilitator. He is their leading scorer, and he wasn't just out there jacking up shots. He was trying to find his teammate. That is extremely optimistic for the future of the Bremerton Knights, that their freshman leader is not just going to go out there and try and win the game by himself. He is going to play as a team player, as a team leader, and do whatever it takes to make the team win. And then that big block as well in the second half kind of turned the momentum back in the Knights' favor when it felt like everything was falling apart. So congratulations to Jalen Davis, our MVP of this one. So again, final score, Bremerton knocks off RA Long 51-43, and the Knights are moving on to Yakima to take on Mark Morris on Wednesday, while unfortunately the RA Long Lumberjacks have their season come to an end. Again, that's just game number 1 of 6. 5 more to go. Coming up next at noon, we will have 1B girls on the docket. Elmira Cooley Heartline will take on Cross Point. A battle of the Warriors. Both those teams headed to Spokane. One of them going to punch their tickets to the quarterfinal. That game again coming up at noon. We'll see you then right back here on the Eli and NFHS Sports Networks.
Thank you for watching and subscribing to the Eli and NFHS Sports Networks. Remember, a portion of your subscription goes back to the schools. We can't wait to see you again, right here for the best in high school sports live action. The Eli Sports Network.